Happy morning, I'm Paige. This is the Happy Kitchen, where anyone can be a great cook. And today we are making a Thanksgiving turkey specifically for making gluten-free gravy. I found that prepping your turkey and cooking your turkey this specific way helps you to make a really delicious gluten-free gravy. So that's what we're going to be outlining today. I am currently in the middle of a Thanksgiving series here on the Happy Kitchen channel where everything's gluten-free. So if you'd like to see more of those, you can check out my video last week, which was gluten-free stuffing, and subscribe and join the Happy Kitchen family so you don't miss any of the upcoming gluten-free Thanksgiving recipe videos. Let's get started. We're going to start out by making our dry brine rub for our turkey. I find that a wet brine is a little more work, a little more difficult to find room in your fridge, and this works just as well. Start out by fine chopping 4 cloves of garlic and chopping up 4 sprigs of rosemary. Then you're going to add in 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon thyme, 1 teaspoon sage, 1 teaspoon of pepper, and half a cup of kosher salt. Mix that all together. You're gonna rinse your turkey in cold water. I have just under a 10-pound turkey here today. Then you're gonna start out with your turkey breast side down on your sheet tray. Start out by covering the thighs and bottom side of your turkey with your rub, flip it over, and then continue. I throw a little bit of rub inside as well. Once you get your turkey really well covered, every nook and cranny, you can throw the whole thing in the fridge on your sheet tray, uncovered. We're gonna let that refrigerate overnight. Then the next morning, you are going to largely chop 3 onions, or enough to cover the entire bottom of your baking pan. I have a smaller baking pan today because the size of my turkey fits. If your turkey is larger, you can use an aluminum baking tray that you get from the store that's disposable. Just be sure that all of the onions cover the entire bottom. It's gonna act as holding up your turkey for you instead of having a metal rack that your turkey sits on. Then you're going to chop 4 cloves of garlic, very large. I only chopped the bigger ones in half and the smaller ones I left whole. Next, you're going to take half a tablespoon of the Better Than Bouillon vegetable base and throw a cup of hot water over that, dissolve, and throw that in the bottom as well. Now you're gonna pull your turkey out of the fridge and rinse it in cold water. You don't need to do a super good job, but if you cook your turkey like this, it's going to be a little too salty. I like to let my turkey sit out for just a little while to warm up. It comes out of the fridge pretty chilly. Then we're going to do 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter on the outside of the turkey and 3 tablespoons underneath the skin. You can see I needed to use a small knife to separate the skin a little bit in some parts, and I just used my fingers to separate it the rest of the way. Make sure to try and get as much underneath the skin and into all of the areas on the breast as much as possible. Now, a tip before you turn your oven on is to test the height of your turkey and adjust your trays in your oven accordingly. Then you set your oven to 425 degrees initially. And most importantly, you're going to put a leave-in thermometer in the thickest part of your turkey breast. Make sure your oven is completely heated up. You do not want to throw your turkey in while it's still heating. Once your oven hits 425, put your turkey in with your thermometer and set a timer for 30 minutes. Once it hits that 30-minute mark, you're gonna drop your temperature down to 325, but don't open up your oven to let any of that heat out. Every hour or so while your turkey is cooking, you can get a little baster out and suck up some of the juice underneath and baste your turkey. If you start to run low on any of the juices, which you shouldn't, but if you do, then you're going to want to add another half a cup of broth at a time to the bottom of the pan. Make sure that your broth is hot though, That way you're not bringing down the temperature and risking your baking pan cracking, anything like that. Depending on your turkey size and your oven, which can vary, that's going to determine how long your turkey bakes for, which is why a leave-in thermometer comes in handy. Once my thermometer reads 155 degrees, I'm gonna pull my turkey out and lightly tent it with some foil, and it's going to come up to temperature the 165 that you're looking for turkey. Let your turkey rest at least 30 minutes to about 1 hour before serving. Now that your turkey is out and it's resting, you want to use your baster and suck up all the juices from underneath your turkey where the onions and rosemary is, and set that aside. We're gonna use it next week for our amazing gluten-free gravy. I promise you, you're not gonna know the difference, and your family's not even gonna know the difference either. So please subscribe, join the Happy Kitchen family if you don't wanna miss that next Friday. Every single Friday we do a gluten-free recipe video here on the Happy Kitchen channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a happy day.